Rally is a sport of insanity. If you asked an omniscient being what the most absurd, adrenaline-filled profession would be, he would probably spit out rally racing, or at least something close to it. Racing simulators like WRC or Dirt Rally 2 are fantastic simulations of this, but to me, they can't quite capture the difficulty and rawness of a sport like rally racing. Don't get me wrong, they were great, but they left me itching for something different. Richard Burns Rally is a 20-year-old game, and is the longest game largely considered to still hold up with modern physics standards. That's why we are jumping into this old legend today, to experience something raw, something difficult, something that won't hold back against us. So here we are at the start line of the stage, and off we go. A little bit of wheel spin in our front wheel drive car. Now, the fact that this game is made in 2004, it's still kind of processing in my brain how insane that is. I mean, if you put this physics engine on graphics that are modern or look modern, I don't think you would be able to tell that this game is made from 2004. I mean, the way that the weight transfer is modeled in this game is just so fantastic. You always know exactly where the car is in terms of where its weight is at all times, and it just feels so smooth, so accurate, so it just flows so well. The one thing that I really don't like about the handling model of this game is that you can never feel especially the front tires, also the back tires, but it's not as big of a deal on the back. You just can't feel that. Ooh, almost screwed that up there. But you just can't feel the tires bite that well. And I can't complain too much because, as I said, this game is from 2004. So just the fact that people are even considering that it's more realistic than games that were made literally last year is absolutely mind-blowing. I don't really know which one's the most realistic, I'll be honest. I don't think I'm qualified enough to speak on that, but I can say for a fact that I absolutely love the physics in this game. I mean, they just feel so good, so satisfying to drive. Ooh, a little bit of damage there, but we get away with it. Now, I was never much of a rally guy until not too long ago when I really started to get into it, but it's so cool. Like, I mean, there's stuff in rally racing that, I mean, obviously there's the unpredictable parts, like the changing surfaces all the time, like we just did back there, and you never really know what's going to happen during the rally stages. There's animals and stuff like that, but then there's also the things that you would never think of that's also in this game. I mean, there's somebody said that you have to pay attention to where the shadows of the trees are because moisture will form differently there and stuff like that, so you'll have less grip under the shadows. Like, there's just so much stuff that you wouldn't even think about that's so ridiculous and insane that it's just such an awesome, cool sport that I feel like people underappreciate very much. Excuse my driving. I'm trying to talk and drive a rally car on a stage that I've never done before, so obviously that's not the easiest thing in the world, so I have to balance my concentration here. Rally racing is just so cool, and this game is obviously so passionately created, so passionately modded, that it's just able to almost perfectly just reenact that amazing sensation of flying down the woods at 100 miles an hour. I mean, there's just not much more of an intense experience that you can get playing a video game than you can get from playing Richard Burns Rally. It's just so cool. Now, speaking of insanity, let's pick up the pace a little bit. All right, now we'll try the same stage. I do have to. There's also some gimmicks with this game. Obviously, being 20 years old, like I have to remap my H pattern shifter every time I want to switch from sequential to H pattern, which is a little bit annoying, but I can deal with it. It's not the biggest idea ever. So I'm gonna do that. and then we're gonna hop back in the simulator. So my sequential won't work. So I guess I'm just stuck in manual H pattern in every area of the car, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. See, that's one more thing this game just gets right more than anything else. It's the throttle control. Like, almost every other rally game, I just feel like it doesn't matter what I do, no matter how much I mash the throttle, it won't spin out. But in this game, I actually really have to watch how much I'm throttling, which I'm not for sure, but I feel like that's a lot more realistic. Ugh. Also, the way you take jumps in this car, you actually have to let off the throttle, and be careful on your inputs, because then if you land the car and the wheels are running at a different speed than what they were when they were touching the ground beforehand, you're gonna... That's not good. You're gonna have a problem on your hands. And in the other games, it just doesn't do that. You can mash the throttle mid-air. Your wheels will be spinning at a way faster speed than they should be, and you'll land and not have any problems, which, once again, I can't say for sure because I'm not a rally driver, but I just feel like, just using my brain, I feel like that's more realistic. This car is, like, ridiculously hard to control, especially on a super narrow and twisty rally like this, or stage like this. A little bit of damage there. Ooh. I don't think that car is supposed to do that. Anyway, guys, wrap this video. I've just got to glaze this game a little bit more. I love it, man. It's just like, it's so difficult. It's so hard. But that's a good thing because I feel like all the other sims are just too easy. I mean, I get there's a point that it gets too hard, that it's unrealistic in that way, but I don't think this is quite reaching that level yet. I mean, you saw me screw up a lot of times during when I was filming, but that's because you need, like, when you're driving a rally car, you need 100% concentration when you're doing that, and I'm also trying to film a YouTube video at the same time, so that's just not gonna work out, I mean, maybe if you're in, somebody that's really good at that, like Jimmy Broadbent or something, you can do that. I'm not. But it's just such a... You can just tell that so much spirit went into this game in creating it, and then so much spirit went into improving this game by the modders that improved it afterwards. It's just such a beautiful game. For being 20 years old, it's absolutely amazing. If you want to download it yourself, I'll have a link in the description to Rally Sim Fans where you can do it. It's super simple with Rally Sim Fans. And that's what I would recommend downloading it by. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and or subscribe. If you would like to support the channel further, then check out the other links in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.